Hello, everyone. Welcome to Warfare Weekend 2019.
How's it going?
Jeff Hanley, he's our social media coordinator. I don't know, have you ever been on? You've been on the streams for playing games, right? Riot Quest.
And I commentated for Lock and Load.
And he commentated for Lock and Load. I'm Will Hungerford. The whole crew's here. The room's popping right now. The War Machine LCQ is happening. I originally heard a count of 75 players, but I think the final count came out to be 82 players going on right now. So, but we're streaming to start Monsterpocalypse. We've got a Monsterpocalypse tournament going on today as the LCQ is running. Depending on when it finishes up, we may be doing some LCQ games today. We'll see. We'll definitely be doing some tomorrow, and then, of course, the Invitational. So stick with us all weekend long as we're streaming games all weekend. Yes. We might even get some Riot Quest in there. We'll see how time works out. Obviously,
hopefully.
We know the Invitational is a big deal, and the sort of the final matches of the LCQ, so we want to try and show as much of that as possibly as we can. But we've got a Monpoc tournament going on, and we've got some familiar faces from War Machine playing in this one, so we thought this would be really cool to highlight. We've got Brett Fogel versus good old Mr. Evan. Now, Brett, Evan, longtime veterans from War Machine. People have seen them on multiple streams, and now they're going to be playing Destroyers versus Protectors. Let's go through their list real quick. So Brett's playing Protectors. He's rocking King Kondo and Kraken Octus. He's got 3 guard tanks, 2 repair trucks, 3 assault apes, an assault ape elite, a rocket ape, 2 interceptors, and 6 shadow gates. So
that's a lot of shadow gates.
That's a massive amount of shadow gates. His buildings, he's got a pair of industrial complexes, 2 statues of liberty, which how does that even happen? The jungle fortress, the guard base, a Martian command port, the Harbinger Comet Shard, Shadow Sun Industries, just 1, a Void Gate, and a pair of apartment buildings. So he's got a really eclectic mix of buildings.
The important thing in there is that Brett is using the new Ashland to Liberty.
Oh, is he as one of or both?
No, one of his looks like that, and the other one looks like a regular statue.
All right.
So he picked one up last night during VIG and is playing it today.
Nice. Evan is playing Destroyers. Evan's playing Cybercon and Gorgadratron, so straight UCI monsters. Yep. He's got 7 Carnatrons, 2 Elite Carnatrons, a Robo Brontox, 2 Shinobots, 1 Shinobot Elite, 2 of the UCI Jets, 3 Shinobot Gunners. So that's all UCI so far. His only non-UCI units is he has 1 Martian Saucer and 1 Martian Power Pod. Okay. His buildings, he's got a pair of industrial complexes, a corporate HQ, a single Shadow Sun Industries, 2 of the UCI industry building, a comm array, a guard base, a power plant, and 2 apartment buildings.
So a very thematic list for him.
What's funny is the apartment buildings look like they got put on the side, and nobody tried to base block their opponent's power base by putting some apartment buildings over on their side.
Yeah.
Evan won the role to go first. Brett chose the map. We're playing on Island of Annihilation, and we see Evan is already in his unit phase. He's already spawning. A bunch of Cybertrons have shown up. Cybertrons, yeah.
Sure. Words and words.
Carnatrons is what I was trying to say.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, but I'm streaming. I should probably say the right names.
Sometimes.
Several Carnatrons running up and taking that building right up front. Let's see what else he's got up there. Looks like that's probably the Carnatron Elite, I imagine, the one that's painted hot pink. Moving up, taking the Industrial Factory down to the bottom. Got a saucer. Get the top-down view. Let's see. Is that saucer sitting on a PowerPoint?
Let me bring it up.
It's hard to see right now. Well, that didn't help at all. So you just go back to that other view.
This.
Yeah. That's a little bit better. And we see he's sitting on spawn point. I feel like there is a power point under one of those Carnatrons closest to us, but he has opaque bases, so it is a little difficult to see. Right now we're in Brett's unit phase. He is spawning. Looks like he's getting some of his tanks moving forward. I'm curious if that interceptor is going to use its. It probably doesn't even actually need to use its action to get up there and contest the building that Evan's holding at the top.
Yeah.
His UCI building he's got. I mean, all it's got to do is it's speed 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can just get up there. The second interceptor on the bottom can definitely move, then sprint, and basically shut down all the power generation Evan's got going completely.
And he's popping out a Shadow Gate now.
One of 6. I'm interested to see Brett's strategy with rocking 6 Shadow Gates in one list.
Well, he's also running the Statue of Liberty, which allows his units to do the same action twice in a turn, which means he can get multiple Shadow Gates going in a single turn.
Sure, but 6?
There's a plan there.
But 6?
I don't know what it is, but there's a plan. Brett is definitely a better War Machine player than me, and I'm going to work under the assumption that he's a better Monsterpocalypse player than me, too.
Well, looks like he just summoned in that Assault Ape. I do believe I heard him say on the mic that is his elite Assault Ape up top.
Okay.
Dude, his Kraken Noctis is leopard print?
Yeah.
Mind blown. Okay, so that interceptor is actually going to take the power point up ahead. He's not going to try and body block. His Assault Ape on the bottom broke off its base and is now just taking a little nap. Oh, so the other one's going for another power point. So he's going to gain, he's going to take more power instead of just gaining power from his own base and also shutting down Evan. Me personally, I like to choke people out.
Yeah, you're very aggressive in playing, and you want to just rush in there.
I need a better term than choke out. Because I just realized I said out loud, I like to choke people out. Yeah. And that could be misconstrued.
I assumed I'm taking you at face value on that one.
I like to pinch people out of their power base.
You definitely want to play the game on their side of the board.
Yes. Okay.
I'm a big fan of that play style, too. One way or another, the game's going to end quickly.
Yes. Evan's monster turn is starting, so he powered up for 1 for each of his buildings, and his UCI jet was sitting on top of a power point, the one in between the nuclear power plant and the Statue of Liberty.
Standing right out there in the open.
Yes. Not terribly high defense either. Welcome to everyone in Facebook and in Twitch chat. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see more of you all weekend long. We will try and chat with you as much as we can while also keeping up the action of what's happening. So we see Gorgadratron is moved up, no steps yet. His Cybercon looks sweet, the paint job.
Yep.
It's almost like official studio scheme, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the red looks a little darker.
Yeah.
I like the slightly darker shade. It creates a more contrast, makes the white pop even harder.
Yeah, I agree. All right, some blast attacks. So
he's going to try to shoot that interceptor off the power pod.
So we had that is Cybercon taking a shot at a defense 2 interceptor.
No problem. Easy game.
Yeah. He didn't even need to say easy game on that one.
Nope. That was a defense 2 interceptor.
Now, what is he going to do with Gorgadratron? Get nothing in range.
Shoot a building? What's the gun range on Gorgadratron?
In his alpha, I don't have the card in front of me. I want to say it's 3.
Yeah, he's going to try to pop that apartment building, I think.
Yeah.
Just collect some power dice?
Yes. I typically personally don't like to just attack buildings, just straight up attack buildings. I like to, use them as weapons, but Lava Painter in Twitch chat, thank you very much for He is range 5 and alpha 3 when he goes hyper. So, building goes down, being shot by Gargadtron. And looks like, yeah, Evan's ending his turn with 4 whites in his monster, 6 in his unit turn.
That gives him a lot of options for his next turn.
So Brett's powering up for 5. He has 2 power points and 3 buildings. So let's see, which monster is going into what buildings? Brett says, I'm using rebel bases as proxy bases to see where I'm going.
Which is really smart. I never thought of that.
I don't know how I feel about proxy bases in Monpoc yet. I have feelings. They're inside of me at the moment.
I'm just going to say counting is hard for me, especially with those bigger bases for Monpoc.
I feel like the way Brett used it, where he just used the rebel base to be like, here's where my base would end up, is fair.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to evolve to a point where there's just like 50 little proxy bases everywhere where somebody plans out their entire unit turn, right? And then, like, you know.
I mean, he's on the clock, and if he wants to spend a good chunk of that putting proxy bases down, that's his call.
Nah.
Okay.
So monsters both just straight up moved up. King Kondo stepped once. I'm surprised Krakenoctus is not going into Gargadtron to chunk him back into a building.
Yeah, I feel like getting him into that UCI building would be...
Yeah. We'll see. King Kondo is right now going to swat. So he's grabbing the jet. I imagine he's going to swat it into the...
power plant?
Maybe. Okay, he has successfully grabbed the jet out of the sky.
As Kondo would do. Oh, he's going after the little Carnatron.
The elite Carnatron. I mean...
And getting it done.
Spend 1 red and 1 white, get 2 red back, and yoink him off of 2 power dice, 1 off the point, and then he's no longer securing the industrial factory. So, I mean, it's a smart play.
Yeah.
Now, the real question is Krakenoctus going to step 4 times and
he's picking up 2 dice
and just yeet Gargadtron into Narnia?
He's moving up. He doesn't need to step 4 times because he has reach on his weapons.
It's true. But if he wanted to throw or slam.
It looks like he might be trying another swat. No, he's just doing a brawl.
No, he's just... He has fling on the punch.
Oh, okay.
So he's flinging the front Carnatron into the one that's in the back. So 2 Carnatrons down. Brett's going to figure out if he wants to step to some level of safety after this, meaning that he didn't actually engage either monster. He just disrupted the power base.
Cleared the board a little bit.
So he kicks it back over to Evan. Evan is going to take a... We're going to wait and see if Evan's taking a unit turn or a monster turn.
I'll be interested to see if he goes for a monster turn with only 4 dice.
He can get a lot of damage done this turn.
Yeah, considering that Brett left his monsters pretty exposed.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear Evan say he's taking another monster turn.
He's going after the Krakenoctus.
That's a hell of a slam right there. Like a body slam.
Ooh, is he going to drop him into a building in a fire?
Yeah, I mean, that's 4 damage right there.
Yeah. Or is he going to go for the double? I don't see what he's doing.
No, we hear the body slam is being declared from Gargadtron onto Krakenoctus. I mean, that's just...
Follow-up blast, maybe?
Maybe.
For a little bit of chip damage. Hindsight being 2020, I feel like Brett definitely should have stepped back a step with Krakenoctus.
Yeah. You almost said Crawtooth.
I did. I've been playing a lot of Riot Quest this weekend.
It's fair. We should make Crawtooth into a giant monster.
Yeah.
A giant gator monster.
Yes. go to the
All right,
overhead
so
real quick.
He's going all 6 power dice in on this attack.
There's the overhead.
Yep. So.
Other one.
Oh. I just figured out why my telestrator wasn't working because the mouse I was using was the wrong one. So as you can see, Gargadron picking up Krakenoctus and dropping him right here. So that's 1 for the building, 1 for the fire, 1 for the hit, and 1 for that fire.
That's
Rocking for a total of. Oh, somebody else moved my mouse. I'm just going to turn this back off now, Tony. So it looks like you were correct. What's happening is he gets body slam there for 4 points, gets 2 reds back, and then Cybercon is going to shoot him while he's in the fire. Though at defense 9 and with a handful of blues and some whites, I don't think this is going to hit.
I mean, it was a free shot. Insult to injury right there.
Yeah.
I think that puts Evan in a very good spot. Krakenoctus is taking quite a bit of damage, and Brett's not going to be able to retaliate all the way.
Chat, I do apologize if you're chatting with us right now. My chat pop-up just died, so we'll get you back up here in a second, and we'll be able to see what y'all are talking about. So it looks like it's Brack on Brett's turn. Brett, he's got a decision to make. He's got split dice, right? He's got a ton of power dice. So I imagine he's taking a monster turn here to capitalize, spend some of those, and then go back in the unit turn. Krakenoctus is moving up into position.
Put out the fire in one of the
as his weird swampy tentacles move across it. Oh.
Is this going to be a double throw coming up?
Oh. This is some dirt. Oh, I don't know if he's got enough red dice to really pull it off. I mean, that's a hell of a yeet.
I mean, he can. It looks like he's going to try.
So, Krakenoctus is going to chunk Cybercon. Looks like hit an 8.
I'm guessing it's going to be a throw and then a follow-up throw into the Shadow Sun Industries building.
I think that is probably a pretty good idea.
So he only takes 2 from that because
it's incombustible, yeah.
Yeah, there's no fire in the rubble. And
King Kondo is going for the throw. Now you don't have to say where you're throwing. You just say you're throwing, and once you see if you succeed, then you choose where they're going.
He's using all of his power dice because he needs to hit.
Yes.
He's used a surprisingly small amount of action dice to get this done.
That hits, and he's going to chunk him directly on top of the, I believe that was the Shadow Sun Industries?
Yep.
For another 3 damage. So total of 5 damage done to Cybercon in a single turn. Yep, not too bad.
I don't think that puts him into hyper. I haven't seen Evans flip his cards yet.
Yeah, no, I don't believe he's hyper.
And now Evans going to be forced into a unit turn. So Cybercon is 1 point away from going hyper.
Yep. Now, one thing I kind of see it looks like happened was that Krakenoctus, I think he was in the fire and moved, which I don't think it'll put it out. So why don't you hold down the fort for a second? I'm going to go do some active table judging and commentary, because here at Private 2 Press Streams, we do everything.
It all. So Hungerford is over there making a small correction, which was that Krakenoctus was already in the Blazing Ruins, so he would not have put it out. He had to have moved into it.
And that problem has been fixed. Just a real quick.
And Brett's pointing out that Evan can't hold that power plant because King Kondo.
Yeah, because King Kondo's got his toe on it.
Yeah. I feel like Kondo would lick it and be like, "This is mine."
Yeah. Just plants a banana on it.
Just sticks it right on top of the smokestack.
So Evan's in a position where the fight is now on his side of the board, right? And this is how I like to fight against people. Let's bring the fight to their side of the board and make them counter. But obviously, it's dangerous, especially if you run Carnotrons or Carnodons.
Yeah.
Because as you see what Evan's doing, he's going to pile in on King Kondo, and he'll get a point of damage.
Yeah.
He can also screen his monsters really well when you're on your side of the board because you're at your spawn point.
Yeah.
The problem is that you are not getting as many power dice as you typically would like to get, though. We'll see what he does here.
I've seen quite a few games where it looks like one person is doing well and they get to the other side of the board and they just get bogged down.
Yeah. Evan's putting a saucer up. I imagine that saucer's probably going to drop a power pod, and said power pod's going to jump onto said power point.
Yep.
He has to keep enough white dice, though, for his monsters to be able to, or his 3 units to be able to bite King Kondo. Looks like he went ahead and went to his action and got the 8 and did a point of damage to King Kondo. King Kondo down to 10. Easily represented by that giant D20.
Yes. They're just counting dice out now. Making sure they're on the same page.
Yep. Okay, so Evan said, I'm going to cargo the power pod and move it. And Brett's like, you needed to do that before you attack, but you know what? I don't care. Go ahead and do it. And Evan's like, hey, thanks for being a bro.
Yeah. Playing a clean game against your opponent.
Yeah.
Playing your best game. Brett definitely doesn't want to win because of some minor thing that Evan forgot.
Yeah. So we're back on Brett's turn. He's power up for 5.
And
he's going to take a monster turn.
He's going to try to close out the deal on CyberCon if he can.
He's pretty well screened. Actually, I can't see.
Not.
No, he's not. I thought there was a unit near that spawn point.
Kondo has high mobility. He can just go wherever he wants, and he walks over units anyway.
Yeah, no, he
can set up for another double throw into multiple buildings if he wants.
He could chunk him downtown into the UCI building and then have CyberCon or Gargadratron, then follow it with like another throw.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. There we see Kraken Noctis is getting in
position.
position.
Him into the communications and then body slam him onto the UCI building, it looks like.
Yep. We hear Brett on the mic say, "This is my deployment zone now." King Kondo going to the beach. Turning his back on Cybertron.
There's going to be a lot of sand
Cybercon.
in that fur.
Oh, God. It gets everywhere.
It's harsh in its course.
So King Kondo is throwing Cybercon to, we kind of saw this coming.
If he pulls this off, it looks like it will be the death of Cybercon.
Likely, yes. So the throw hits. So just so I can pull it up on the telestrator, everybody sees what's happening. As soon as I can control my mouse. So King Kondo grabbed him here, threw him here, right? So we're looking at...
It'll only be 2 damage.
Two damage.
Cybercon's going to survive this.
And then there's probably going to be a slam or a body slam. We'll see which way he's going. Because he can go here, right, with a body slam, or he can go here with a throw. Either way, he's getting 1 for the hit, 1 for the building, 1 for the fire. We're looking at 5 damage total if he lands it, leaving Kondo at 1. But the first thing he's doing is he's actually brawling this jet.
He looks, and he's going to fling it into that power pod.
Yeah. I mean, it gets him 2 red die. Yep, he hits the defense 1 of the jet, going into the defense equally as bad on the pod.
This is going to be a chancy roll with just 1 power die.
Yep.
Or just 1 action die, rather.
So I assume he's going for the body slam.
Yep.
And it misses. Only gets a 7. So a ton of power dice just blown, and Cybercon is still standing.
And, Kraken Octus is in a bad spot now.
Yeah, and Cybercon's rocking at 4. It's like Evan's only getting 1 power die this turn.
And Cybercon did go hyper there.
Yeah, he did.
Evan is now in the tank, trying to figure out the best way to do as much damage as possible.
I mean, he's in a really nice position here. He's got, 5 power dice?
And he could potentially chain together 2 monster turns where Brett has to go into a unit turn next turn.
It's true. It's very true. If I'm Evan, I'm probably going to bring my teletrition out. I'm probably going to take Cybercon, grab Kraken Noctis. I'm going to put him here. But before that, I'm going to move Cybertron, or Gorgadratron. There's so many this is Oz's fault.
Yes.
So many Trons. Move him here.
That's just bad marketing.
Right.
Naming all of from UCI, not from Privateer Press.
You work in marketing.
Yes.
You need to save that one real fast, Jeff. All right. So then you come here, and then afterwards you're going to throw into this building. But Evan's like, you know what? Nope. So what's the plan here?
Body slam into the UCI building and then throw?
I don't know. Okay, so Cybercon is going to body slamming, but what's the follow-up?
I think I would have gone for the long throw into the Martian Menace building.
Sure. I mean, get the fight back on their side.
Yeah. And then do a follow-up throw onto Statue of Liberty, maybe.
Sure.
That really hurts his ability with all those shadow gates. Although he does have the second one.
He does have the second one. Yes, true.
Or do a throw into the Martian HQ and then into the Ape HQ.
Sure, yeah.
For as much damage as possible.
All right, so this is a slam.
And that connects.
Yeah, it connects. So let's see where he's going to, I assume he's just going to slam him on the building.
Yep.
So 3 points of damage to good old Krakenoctus. Good old Crack-a-lackin'.
And I believe that puts him in hyper.
Yep. Now, what is the follow-up from Cyber?
He's going to blast attack now from rapid fire.
Sure. He's got to hit defense, what, 9?
So he has Spotter, which takes his defense to 8.
Still.
Yeah, it's chip damage if he can get it. He got it.
Oh, he got it. Wow. And he would steal a power die, but he can't because Brett has none.
Yeah. So he gains the power die no matter what.
Yeah, it's great.
If his opponent had any, he would have lost any. And then a brawl's coming in. Now he is taking a brawl here, which is interesting, rather than just, Okay, so he's blasting instead.
This is a really interesting setup here. See, the thing is, Brett still has his entire power base, and now he gets to reinforce it with a full unit turn.
Yeah.
And Evan doesn't have a follow-up monster turn. So I feel like when we get back to Brett's monster turn after this, he's going to likely have just a ton of power dice. And
do you feel like Evan overspent his action dice that turn?
I do. Especially on those little like attacks he was trying to make afterwards.
Yeah.
I probably would have just gone for more power attacks, but you know, it's working.
Yeah.
Krakenoctus is down to 4.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not gonna kill Krakenoctus, I don't think you take the rapid fire shot.
I agree. I mean, it worked though. He did a point, so
Yeah.
it's hard to fall.
Was it worth the action dice he spent to give up a second monster turn?
It's a hard choice. Would I spend the action die to do a point of damage to a monster? Maybe. We see Brett is spawning more Shadow Gates. And the thing is, Krakenoctus now got a super damage going on, and so he can just throw and kill Cybercon by himself, letting Gorgatron go get King Kondo into a position to do terrible things. And Krakenoctus is great at throwing when he just needs to get you into a building.
Yeah.
And Brett is going to have a ton of power dice. There's no way he won't.
Yes.
Okay, so using the tanks and the repair truck to grab that industrial factory off to the side.
Evan's just not in a position to challenge Brett's power base at this point.
No. Looks like I believe that is the Elite Assault Ape getting up on the Carnatron. It's going to spawn. Well, I'm not sure how he moved, then he spawned. Because it spawned first, then move, then actions. But he might have actually just moved something. I just missed what he did. Oh, it was a teleport. It might have been a teleport.
Yeah. Gearbox Grinds is predicting Cybercon gets thrown into that UCI Industries, which seems like the simple move to make.
Okay. Brett's entire power base right now is super strong. That is so hard to like. You just got to spend a turn getting in there and just doing swats, making multiple attacks. So the Assault Ape is going to brawl the Carnotron on the point.
Mm-hmm.
As he's making this roll, Power Gorged on Twitch says he wants to thank Privateer Press for streaming Monpoc again. We are happy to. You know, we definitely want to put a spotlight on Monsterpocalypse, on Riot Quest, and on War Machine. And we know there's a lot of really high-profile competitive War Machine this weekend, and we definitely will be showcasing those games. But we have enough time to share the love and show some love for these other games that we know they have growing and good communities. Like Monpoc and Riot Quest are both starting to get really big.
Yep.
And we're going to have to show love to all the babies, all the children.
Who doesn't want to see giant monsters wrestling in a city?
Right? We can't just say War Machine's our favorite baby and only show it.
Yeah.
So
And
so Evan is very ecstatically making more Carnotrons as he's spawning on his unit turn. So let's see. If I am Evan, what do I want to make sure I take out this turn? This needs to go, and this needs to go. So right now, Brett is getting, for power dice, he's got a power here, a power here, a power here, 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 here. Go ahead and just drop it here. He's got one there. And one there, and am I missing one? Just get a quick look at the board. No, I think that's everything. So right now he's rocking what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So he will go to full.
Yeah, he will absolutely go to full.
So the question is, does he even bother clearing off those front 2 power nodes? Because is 8 going to be that different from 4?
I mean, yes.
Or 8 rather than 10.
Okay, so we see the saucer's going to move up, so the saucer can abduct here.
Yeah.
Yep, that happens. So that one's gone. Then he just needs to get his guys in position to get some power generation going on for him, and also I think get at least these 2. If you can keep Brett to just these 5, it's better. 7 is less than 10.
Yeah. And he's going to, it looks like he's going to try to hold that power plant at the bottom if he can.
Yeah.
Which means he can't put any screening units up by Gorgatron.
No.
Like, realistically, he has to have accepted that he's lost CyberCon at this point.
I mean, CyberCon is
dead. He can't stop that from happening. The question is whether or not he can stop Kondo from coming in on Gorgatron afterwards.
Right, he's not
he's not holding the power plant. He's moving up to get offensive.
Okay. I was like wondering why he wasn't going after the interceptor.
It's a combined attack into an apartment building instead. Oh, because he's got one left that can... Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to... Looks like he's using the Carnotrons to shoot the building.
Yeah.
Destroys the apartment building. Gets himself 2 red dice. And then they can shoot and attack, melee attack, brawl in the same turn. So I think he's going to brawl the interceptor. Yep.
It's making use of the tiny guns on the Carnotrons.
Yes. I see my comments about our favorite babies have set Twitch chat ablaze.
Yes.
The interceptor gets missed, by the way.
That hurts.
All of our games are our favorite babies.
That's exactly what every parent ever would say.
I mean, fair. The Shinobite gunner did manage to clip off one of the interceptors.
I mean, War Machine is the baby that's all grown up and moved out of the house now.
Yeah, Riot Quest is like the newborn.
Yeah.
Yep, so here we see... Six power dice go to Brett. He's having a monster turn. We're definitely losing CyberCon this turn, barring any very bad rolls.
Brett's just deciding what he really wants to do with CyberCon. And he mentioned he would like to use them to go start collecting power dice by crushing buildings.
Yeah. So Brett walks out of the fire, walks back out of it. And the reason he did that is for entering into the hazard, he's able to flip it from fire to a rubble. Kraken Noctis just wiggling his weird, slimy tentacles and putting fires out.
He's flossing. Parents, ask your kids about flossing.
Now the question is, we've been talking about, War Machine is the oldest child who's grown up.
Yeah.
Monpoc is the middle child. RaiQuest is the new baby.
So
is Warcaster the pod that lands in the backyard that crushes the barn? And Ma and Pa Wilson walk out and they're like, this baby can fly and shoot lasers out of its face. And then they raise it.
So this family lives out in the bayou? Is that what this is?
No, in Kansas specifically.
Okay. Sure. So RaiQuest is like Superman.
What? No, hey.
Or no, Warcaster is Superman.
What are you talking about? I was just talking about babies in pods.
Yeah.
Back to the game. We see Brett is... Brett's deciding what he wants to do. What you think about, Brett? Looks like a fair number of the LCQ games have already finished up for round one. Look at Jason Watt. Hold on. We're going to telestrate. We see Jason Watt chilling on his phone. I guess this game is over because he's not playing anymore. You can see Terrence there from the Minority Report podcast. Who else can I make out? Well. Yeah, it looks because there was games at every table. Looks like we've got a lot of them that finished up.
Yep. Seen a lot of fantastic beards here at Warfare Weekend.
Back to this game, though.
So the question becomes, is Monpoc the delinquent child that grew up to be a teenager, left the house, and now it's come back?
Wow, it's dark. Because that means Monpoc's got stories to tell.
It does.
All right, let's take a look at what Brett is doing. King Kondo looks like he took a point of damage walking through a hazard.
He's going to pop that building for 5, he said?
Yeah. Well, he's going to blow the building up, and he's going to blow up all the Carnatrons.
Okay.
He's basically got an explosion off the building.
Oh. Yeah. Evan just said that's cool, but I don't think that's going to be cool for Evan.
All right, so here comes the punch from King Kondo on the building. Blows it up. Kills all 3 Carnatrons as they get destroyed as the rubble crashes down on top of them. It's 5 power dice back to Brett, leaving him basically where he started. Yep. He spent 5, gained 5.
And now he's using Evan's models against him as screening models.
Yes. Because you can't move because of grappler.
Yep. That's
Evan. Brett just said, by the way, he's got super damage on throws. Evan says, I don't like that. And Kraken Noctis is going to throw Carnotron into the building. Carnotron, or Cybercon. Troncon. Cybercon gets thrown into the building, which explodes, as does Cybercon. He is now dead. And Evan finds himself in a pretty tough situation. I mean, he is a fully healthy Gorgadratron.
Yes.
But
the good news is, if he can close out Krakenoctus quick enough, he's still in the game.
It's true.
But there's not a lot of buildings in that section for him to throw Krakenoctus into.
I mean, not to kill him in one turn, for sure. He gets no power dice on his power-up. Oh, no, he gets one. He gets one.
One thing I do like seeing is these players who have established themselves in War Machine are also playing Monsterpocalypse and enjoying it for the tactical opportunities it provides.
Yeah.
We saw Mike Ireland at Lock and Load won the one monster tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike Ireland has gone super hard in a Monpoc.
Yep.
All right, so throws coming out from Gorgadratron on the Krakenoctus.
Yes.
He's probably going to rock a couple damage here, but the problem is that Brett gets to just take another monster turn and still power up for 1,000,000.
Yeah.
5, specifically. And then take another turn where he just gets to begin whittling down
Yes.
Gorgadratron.
And he can just use King Kondo to control and plink off units as the game goes on.
So 2 points of damage go on to Krakenoctus, dropping him down to 2.
Gorgadratron is in a relatively safe space. He can't get thrown into fires or buildings.
Looks like Evan is passing turn. So from Brett, what I need to do is take a monster turn, and I need to get Gorgadratron on my side of the board. So what I want to do, I'll probably take Krakenoctus, go here.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, he gains 6 power dice. He's got 9, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm willing to throw him here.
That's a big throw for not a lot of power dice in return.
But you got to get him into a position where something can start happening, right?
Yeah.
Also, Krakenoctus throws further, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he throws extra spaces without having to spend as many power dice.
Okay.
I think he throws 2 extra spaces, if I'm remembering my rules correctly. At which point,
you might have Dev Brain.
I might have Dev Brain. You can have King Kondo come here, right? Just go like up here. Then set yourself up for something nice.
Yeah.
We'll see that.
You could, and then body slam him into the Martian building, or.
But you can't just leave Gorgadratron on your beach, like especially when you've destroyed everything.
I mean,
over there, you've got to get him onto this side of the board.
So he's talking about flinging a Shinobot into Gorgadratron. The alternative is he could back up. Brett could back up both of his guys and just wait.
Yeah, but clock.
He can get far enough away that Evan would have to spend an entire turn just walking Gorgadratron into the middle of the board. But he's getting aggressive. It looks like he's going to throw Gorgadra down board.
No, I think he's going to go fling the gunner into Gorgadratron.
Do some chip damage and wait a turn. This is a lot of power dice getting thrown.
Well, he needs it because he's got his dice on board to get re-rolled.
Yes.
So let's see if he can not miss the Shinobot with this roll to pick him up. Gorgadratron gives him a power die because of power drain. He is flinging him into Gorgadratron. Gets him. 2 points of damage to Gorgadratron because of that super damage.
That's true. It's super damage. That is some good chip damage.
King Kondo is going to punch the industrial factory. Yeah, SWAT super damage from 7 squares away is pretty legit.
Yeah.
So now Evan's best play is walk in the corner and don't spawn anything. JK, don't do that.
Yeah, that feels like a bad play.
So he's going to re-roll from the building he controls, which I believe he still misses. Re-rolling because he controls the guard base. So King Kondo does not punch the industrial factory.
Which would have been 3 power dice. That's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world with how established his power base is.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? Okay, Gargantuan is taking activation. He powers up for nothing.
Going to try to finish off
Kraken Noctis?
Kraken Noctis now. At which point he goes slightly ahead on. No, they'd be even on damage.
Yeah. So what he's got to do here with the amount of white or red dice he has, he's going to throw, and he's got to throw him into this fire, right? He's only got 4 red dice.
Yeah.
So he does not have enough to get him into this.
But it doesn't really matter. He's just trying to knock out Kraken Noctis. And he missed the throw.
He rolled a 5. So Evans turns over. Brett has 2 white dice left in his monster pool and can still power up for 6.
Yeah. What do you think the play is here?
I think you take a monster turn.
Yeah. Is it a throw into the fire and then another throw into, or a body slam into the...
I don't think you have enough red dice for it. I think you are probably going to...
He's going to have 6 power dice.
The thing is, Gargantuan's in a really good position because look, this is his angle. Oh, there's the volcano.
You want the overhead?
No, yeah, give me the overhead. Give me the overhead. So you have no building collisions. Here.
He could body slam right in front of him.
He could.
And that would drop him into burning rubble.
Yeah.
And then Kondo could be standing there to body slam him into the power plant on the other side.
That is a lot. You have.
You got to have some luck on the dice.
Well, you're just not doing it. Like you have 6 power dice. You need probably 5 of those to get him here, and then that's Kondo with 1, dropping him here. Like it's not happening.
No, he's going to go try to punch the power plant again.
So I think what you're trying to do is probably Kraken Noctis is probably just going to dunk him into the volcano.
Yeah.
Get some damage going that way. And then, yeah, let Hondo just come back here and be like, nope. You know, just keep saying my opponent doesn't get this side of the table. Like, this side of the city is gone.
Yeah.
Brett's side is great.
This city is rebuildable. You still got half of it. He's backing Kraken Noctis off.
Interesting. He's trying to keep him alive. Oh, he's going to try and do another flank. He has a Carnotron here, so he's going to try and get another fling for more super damage. I mean, if Kraken Noctis is going down soon, why not, right?
Yeah.
So here comes the SWAT on the Carnotron. Oh, no power dice. Wait. Also, he didn't roll any power die, so let me go correct that. Brett.
We have the SWAT is going into the saucer. They corrected, and it's a brawl. So it was a brawl with a fling trigger onto it.
Yeah, he had said SWAT through the mic, but he meant brawl, which is why there's no power dice.
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing.
Just collecting. He was just farming a couple power dice, clearing off the board.
Yeah, he did the thing is we have what the players are saying through the mic, and he said the word SWAT,
Yeah.
and we were like, okay, you gotta do this.
And Kondo's not going to do anything now. He's just standing there contesting. So Evan's taking a
Unit turn.
Unit turn. Is he going to try to take a combined shot onto Kraken Noctis?
Why? Put him down to 1?
if he can get enough power or enough dice on the board, 3 of them, can they shoot and then brawl?
No.
I mean, it's
Krakenoctus is like defense 9.
I mean, it's not good.
It's never happening.
Evan's acknowledging that he's not in a great position. Sometimes you just got to take those long shots to get back in the game.
I think you jump on some power points. You take out a couple of the interceptors, maybe that assault
I'm
aid.
not sure if Evan has remembered that Carnatron he just spawned can't move because it's adjacent to Kondo, who has Grappler.
It's not the best. It's not the best.
Looks like he's spending most of his time just spawning guys. Maybe he'll try to screen heavily.
Yeah, or just rush up there and stop some of this power generation. Like, you have to do something about Brett's power base.
Yeah.
It's the Robo-Brontox.
Oh.
He's going to jump on a power point. The Elite Carnatron
He's
is
moving
going
that Carnatron, which should not be able to move?
No, I think it can.
Kondo has Grappler.
Yeah, I need to reread what Grappler says exactly, because I've got 5 versions in my head. I thought Grappler just stopped made you drop mobility. I didn't think it stopped you from moving.
I thought, it might be that you can't move over. You can't move over Kondo or any models adjacent to it.
Right,
okay.
But I don't think it stops you from moving.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think there was a version like that we play
Yes.
tested, and if I remember correctly, it was
Playtest
busted.
brain it was really good. I was a fan of it.
Yeah. All right, looks like the Interceptor got bitten and killed by Carnatron. So red die for Evan. All right, that's Evan's turn.
He's built a little wall of Carnatrons in front of Krakenoctus.
Yeah.
And then Brett's going into a unit turn.
I mean, not that Krakenoctus cares.
Yeah.
He can just walk over him.
I feel like he's just lining up ammunition for Krakenoctus.
Krakenoctus can just go from here to right here. He's got a nice little landing pot. And then go this way. And get here. Or he can go this way. But he can't go this way. That is too difficult. I mean, Brett's got 1,000,000 power dice, right?
Yep.
I believe Brett is taking a unit turn. Yeah.
He had to take a unit turn.
Yep.
Evan is in a position where it's going to be very hard, if not impossible, for Brett to finish him off in a single round.
Yes. And I'm going to go let them know that the time is running on Evan's clock right now instead of Brett's.
That clock. Brett's considering his options.
I went and I pressed the button. Sometimes you got to just press the button.
It's a big part of your job, is pressing the button.
That's what I do, man. I press buttons. Okay, 2 spawn gates are showing up. He's able to use that action to drop off cargo twice because he has the Statue of Liberty under control, which lets you take 2 actions, 2 of the same actions. All right, Brett's got 1,000,000 units on the board right now.
Yes.
He's not quite about to run out of his reserves, but he's getting close. And that is a control base action out another Void Gate.
Yeah.
Shadow Gate, not Void Gate.
Cheated Fate Joe in Twitch chat has pointed out that Evan's best option to victory here is probably the clock.
No, that's not how this game is ending. I'm calling it now. This game is not ending on time.
He does have a significant clock advantage, though.
It does by about 10 minutes. See, Evan's turns have been really fast. All right, turn goes back to Evan. Evan's having a monster activation. Evan gets one power die from his Robo Brontox. He's up to 2.
Brett has a split action dice for his pool. So they're determining which spots are the hazards.
So Gargadratron walks up, then Flak Fields, which just kills those 2 units.
Yep.
Then he's going to step.
Now he's going to try to finish off Krakenoctis right
Yep,
here.
and he's going to throw Krakenoctis.
He's only using 2 because all he needs to do is get him into the flaming rubble next door.
He's rolling as many action dice as he can. The max on power attacks for Gargadratron is 6.
Yeah.
He's got to hit a 9?
That's not enough.
He misses.
That's the second time he's missed on Krakenoctis, isn't it? That sea monster is living a charmed life.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Gargadratron. You are in
Danger zone.
danger zone.
Yeah, the split pool was an interesting decision.
Oh, God. It goes back to Brett. So, okay, Krakenoctis is going to walk. Doesn't take any damage. Flips the tile over. He's probably going to get... So, let's go to Telestration here. So, you've got 1,000,000 power dice.
Yep.
You probably throw Gargadratron once his hand clears out. You're going to throw with King Kondo. So King Kondo comes here.
Okay.
I think you throw him... How much damage can we get done in one turn? No, I don't think we don't blow up our own base here because we don't have any buildings in a great position to do 2. So I think you want to throw him here.
Yeah.
And then Krakenoctis comes here and follows up with a throw here. It damages a little bit of what you're doing, but it's not as much as throwing all the way back here and then messing with this line here.
Yeah. He does control that Martian HQ. So he would be losing that in the process.
But look, this is just a throw from Krakenoctis. King Kondo didn't even
He's
move.
just going to throw him right into the lava pit. No, he's going all the way across.
Just yeet.
Yep.
So that should be...
3 damage, right?
No.
4.
He's got super damage.
That's right, the super damage.
And then
I
2
forgot.
fires. That drops Gargadratron down to 5.
Yes. That might actually not be the worst thing for Evan.
Okay. So King Kondo is going to do a power attack swat on that Carnatron. Hits the death 3. Now he's going to swat him into the building? Question? No, the Robo Brontox. Who, unlike a regular Brontox, is not immune to swat. I don't think.
Okay. Gargadratron is 1 damage away from going hyper.
Yep. Brett Fogel still has 3 action dice in his monster pool, so he can still take another monster turn after this.
Evan is taking a unit turn to try to kill Krakenoctis. But
What? Is he going to try and shoot and punch it with Carnatrons?
Yep, looks that way.
The moxie on this kid. I like the cut of Evan's jib. Because if this works, this is going to go down as one of the greatest all-time streamed moments at Monsterpocalypse at Warfare Week in history.
Yes.
But then again, everything that's happened so far actually meets that bill.
Until this happens, and then nothing else is above it. And we have a new bar.
We're Where you going, little Carnotron? Go get himself some power. The Carnotron is not fast enough to get to that power point. Evan is excitedly exclaiming, and now we do the dumb thing.
Yes.
All right, so this is the first attack from the Carnotrons, all of them going in on Krakenoctus.
And that's not going to...
It's
8. 1 short.
He gets an 8.
Yes.
So that was the brawl.
Oh, now they're going to shoot the building behind him for power
Yeah, they're going to
dice.
shoot the industrial factory because Evan's like, I need power dice. So they try and punch Krakenoctus, miss by 1, and then see if they can't shoot down his own industrial factory.
Nope, that was...
He rolled 6 dice, but he
Yeah.
did not hit a 6. Okay, so it's a monster turn for Brett. Powers
So
up for
he's
6
taking
again.
a monster turn.
Brett's got 7 minutes and 45 seconds left. So here,
He could just take a monster turn and do nothing, and take a monster turn again next turn.
I mean,
But
probably.
that's not what he's doing.
King Kondo is brawling that Carnotron,
He's trying to maintain his domination on the power dice.
or at least he will be. Krakenoctus is going to move first.
Yeah. Standing on those power zones so that Evan has no option to get them.
Yeah. Yep. King Kondo just murders a Carnotron. Gets
Yep.
himself a red die. Brett passes turn. It's Evan's monster turn. Evan powers up for 0.
Yep.
So yeah, he's just probably gonna take another monster turn after this and just slowly catch up with old Gargadratron. Gargadratron, on the other hand, is like, well, what if I'm not over here? He's gonna flak field. The tanks survive. The interceptors are gone. He's gonna step. And he's going to try and punch the industrial factory.
Desperate for power dice at this point.
Desperate for power dice.
He missed that too.
He misses the industrial factory with a punch by Gargadratron. Evan's dice are not being kind.
Yeah. His dice are just like, you're not going to win this game.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure.
I don't know. Brett's got under 7 minutes left.
I mean, Brett can just keep taking monster turns where he doesn't spend action dice to get in there and pin him into the corner.
He's got to get 5 damage. He just better get to it, right?
It's certainly possible as long as he keeps Krakenoctus away from Gorgadratron and kind of tanks it with King Kondo.
Sure.
He will have an opportunity eventually for a 2-throw attack or turn.
So King Kondo walks up. Krakenoctus is going to do a thing. Of that, I'm certain.
This is the last call for champions list.
Okay, so Krakenoctus moving up. But
We'll be getting started.
he is going to use a white die here?
5 minutes or so. Thanks.
So he's had to step once. He's spending all of his white dice. And I heard him say swat. So it looks like he is going to try and swat the Carnotron, rolling all of his power dice. And he's going to swat him into Gargadratron, try and get the super damage.
What that puts him into hyper. Oh,
So Gargadratron takes 2, goes down to 3 life, and he's in hyper form. Brett gets 1 back for the Martian command post, 1 back for killing a guy, rocking 2. It is Evan's turn, and Evan has to decide if he wants to take a monster turn or a unit turn. I would go unit turn and spend it getting some power dice.
Is he going to walk through both of those rubbles? Those burning rubbles?
I mean, sometimes you just go down to 1. What's the difference between 1 and 3, really?
Nothing
on the cosmic scale.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. Evan is trying to figure out his options. Maybe just dump in the volcano. It's a little chilly in here. I'm going to just take a quick bath.
Now, he is doing this knowing that Evan doesn't get a... No, Evan does get it, or Brett doesn't get a monster turn next turn.
Okay, so Gargatron steps once, then he's going to go... Yeah, he's going to walk over. Goes down to 2 as he steps into the volcano. He rolls a 7 on the attack against Krakenoctus, and he misses him. So that was Gargatron walking up and looks like taking a shot at Krakenoctus. He does get to keep 1 white die in the monster pool, though. So goes to Brett. Brett's got 5 minutes left, and he has to take a unit turn. So he's probably going to take a really quick one here. Interceptor going up, jumping on the PowerPoint. Overdrive is being used by the Interceptor to double move and get onto that second PowerPoint. I think Evan's in a tough spot, right? He can basically run down the clock. I think Evan at this point, honestly, he wants to kill Krakenoctus. He does potentially take another unit turn here, so let's go and take a look. Yeah, he doesn't have any power generation, so he has to take a unit turn. At the same time, Brett is almost out of time here. The thing is, if he takes a unit turn and not move Gargatron, he's just dead. Yeah, Evan's even saying that. He's like, I don't get another turn after this. So he is taking a monster turn, powers up for 0, moves in the middle of the volcano, and he's going to try and shoot Kakaroctus. And he misses, rolling only 1 white and 5 blue. So I think we're basically wrapping up here. Brett's getting a full monster turn here. He's powering up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Evan was saying he has 2 left.
Yeah, Gargatron is down to 2. He walked into the volcano.
Yeah. So he's going to do the Krakenoctus fling again.
He's got multiple ways he can do this.
Let's see if
but it looks like he's going to do a Krakenoctus fling.
He's going to go all in.
Rolling as many white dice the power attack will allow him. So this is not going to be a swat. I believe he's going to brawl fling.
Yeah.
He's going to swat. Oh, he actually said swat. So he is going to swat the Elite Carnotron. He hits. And now he has to roll, I believe, an 8.
Yes.
And he's rolling
a lot of dice.
all the dice. So this is the swat from Krakenoctus. Let's see if he gets it. Yes,
Yeah,
he gets
that's
it
it.
basically immediately. And let's go ahead and take a look at the players, as that is the game. Good game for Brett. Brett taking it home. Wins the first round. This is going to be what we think is going to be a 3-round Monsterpocalypse event. It might go to 4 rounds, so we will have the next round coming up very, very, very soon. For those of you that are just joining us, again, we are doing Monsterpocalypse for our first several games that we're streaming.
Yes.
We will be doing the LCQ later on, maybe tomorrow, maybe some tonight. Depends on how timing works out.
Yes.
But the initial rounds are happening now, and we're going to try and hit some LCQ later. We'll try and get some Riot Quest stream this weekend as well. And then, of course, we'll be doing the Invitational whenever that starts. But stay tuned. Hang out for a little bit. We'll be back very soon with the next round of Monsterpocalypse here at Warfare Weekend. Goodbye.
Bye.